My mother said that I was dead to her. I felt isolated and angry and sought out to connect with other trans guys. I wanted to explore our experiences. I buried the person my parents thought I was, expected me to be, wished I was, and I gave life to the man I am today.
In terms of there's biological sex, and then there's gender identity. And gender is more how you feel yourself to be, how you identify yourself. It's a core identity. And your biological sex is what you were born as, and for most people, not everyone, but for most people it's fairly unambiguous. You know, I was born female, you know, and so my biological sex is XX, it's a female, you know. But I did alter that, and I like to think of this process actually less as a gender transition and more as a sex change. Because I really feel like we alter, through the testosterone, we alter our sex radically. And, you know, even though I'm never completely like a guy who was born male, I have changed my body enough that I am more in that category than I am in the other. And of course I have the male gender identity, which is my deep sense of self as male. And then of course we have social gender, legal gender, you know, which you change as you transition.
To me, gender expression lies between the ears and the rib cage before it lies between what is or isn't between the legs. You know what I mean? Like, I think that people confuse the idea of being in a biologically female body. You know, like you have to accept and live as female because you are in this body, but you don't. I mean, your brain can tell you you're male. You know.
Presenting as male affects every single part of my life, like, because I've always felt this way, doesn't mean that that's how I was treated. I'm treated as male because I present as male.
And I love being around dykes, and I love a lot of my friends at the time were dykes, and politically, socially, you know, all kinds of ways, I was fine being a dyke. But sexually and physically, I wanted to be male.
What was the most vivid message that you got growing up as a girl?
Perhaps not so much as a girl, but as like an Indian girl, that I'm supposed to be successful, like have a family, raise them a certain way. We're Parsi, which is a very, very small community in India, so there was a lot of pressure to join that religion and to become a good Parsi woman, which means marrying a Parsi man and having Parsi babies.
How's your relationship with your parents now?
Amazing. I get along with my parents really well. It was really hard for them at first. Not my dad, but my mom. We tried to disown me for a minute, and can't you be just like Ellen DeGeneres, she would say, but eventually she really liked it, and now she's proud of me.
Her concern was more just that she thought that maybe I was transitioning to male because I thought men were superior, and she really is very distrustful towards men, and you know, she knows a lot of them have this sense of entitlement, and she didn't want me to turn into that. And so I think that's why she had a hard time of letting go of what I was, because she was afraid of, or what she thought I was, because she was afraid of what I might become.
The goal, or sort of what transforms people, is not so much the sex change operation. You know, I'm not saying that's not important, but it's not so much this narrative where, you know, that's the end, that's the prize, that's the goal. It's about the hormones. Because I believe it's really the hormones, in our case the testosterone, that changes us. It changes everything, every, you know, cell. You know, it changes your skin texture, your voice, the shape of your face, your musculature. It changes your senses. It changes your sex drive. To some degree or the other, it changes your perception.
Trans men who are like, you know, I'm just a man. I'm not a trans man, I'm a man. And I'm like, you know, more power to you. But I was raised with, you know, almost 30 years of my life in one way, and I'm not going to like negate that. And it is who I am, and especially the queer community, meaning gay community in this sense, has helped shape my life, and that's a huge part of like my identity. You can be straight you know, even you could have, you know, biological sex with the opposite sex and be queer, I think. But I feel queer identified. I feel like it is community at a larger hand, and also, yeah, gender. It's gender based. It's, you know, sexually dynamic based.
There's a lot of trans bags and people are confused and they're like, well, why don't they just be a straight woman? Because they're a guy. And because they like other guys doesn't make them not, you know, doesn't make their transition ridiculous. It has nothing to do with it. And the same goes for, you know, straight trans guys. No, they don't want to be a lesbian. They're men. So being a lesbian would be completely ignoring who they are.
My parents live in Chicago, Illinois, so I see them maybe once a year. And I wouldn't say that we have a close relationship. Can't really know everything about me. They can't really know who I am because it's kind of, it's too much. You know, they can't handle the truth.
What's the outfit personify for you, the outfit that you've chosen?
All the things my father wants me to be. Feminine, conservative, religious, respectful, normal, straight, God-fearing, father-fearing.
The daughter that you thought you had is gone. She is gone, and that's okay. So mourn that person, so that this new person that I am can live on, so that you can enjoy the person that I am, so you can meet and learn about who I am now. Because they won't let the daughter go, they're not willing to embrace the son they have now.